Hi everyone. I am on location. I am finally doing the video that I promised you almost 2 years ago. So I'm so excited. So I was here 2 weeks ago maybe to scout things out so I know what to expect. I even talked to the people here and got permission to show you a couple things inside that I think you'll enjoy seeing. And if you need if you're new here, or if you need your memories refreshed, I'm going to put up a picture of the video I did that started this whole thing. I'm going to put up a screenshot of it right here. The song was He's in the Jailhouse Now, from the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And I believe that song was a request. So just a hint, I have not received any requests in a long time, so I'm still taking requests. So anyway, so I'm going to spare you the boring details of me walking from location to location here. I will tell you this is, let's just say this is in my general location. Shall we say that? I'm not going to, I don't want to say my exact location, but it's a historical society. And so there's stuff outside. There's a couple things outside. Three things outside I want to show you, and a couple of things inside. And I think that should make for a decently long video. So, yeah. Well, and we go. Okay. So, you all know what this is. So, I will bring us inside and give you all the fun details. So I guess you guys do get a little boring details me walking across the grass. They built a nice ramp here for people like me. I wish you guys could smell the smell in here. I'm going to extend the legs here on my tripod. Give you guys a better look without getting seasick. Nope. There we go. Okay. Okay, pick up again. So I'm going to take you over here. There's a bed frame. I'm guessing that's for pots and pans. And I think that's that. I believe washing machine. Nice sturdy chair. Okay. There we go. I think I'll put a light filter on here. Okay, so I'm going to read to you the highlights. There's a printout. It was on the table. And I'm going to read you the highlights of it because the history of this cabin is documented from start to now. Okay. So the guy who built this cabin, his name was John, and he built it around 1870. Just less than a half hour. Yeah, less than a half hour from here. The cabin is made with white oak logs. The census in 1900 lists them as still living here, and with him and his wife Anna and 3 children, ages 7, 5, and 3. For those of you who don't know, the United States takes a census every 10 years. They go around and count everybody. I think they used to literally go from door to door and count people, and now these days they send you something in the mail because we just did it a couple years ago. And you fill it out and you send it in, or I think you can even email it in. And then if you don't do that, then they send someone to your house. They want to know exactly how many people are here and who they are and everything, which makes sense. Okay, so the 1910 census lists, so 10 years later, lists 2 more children. So there at that point there were 5 kids. 17, 15, 13, 10, and 6. Now this is the main living room of the cabin. I haven't shown you the other room yet. In 1912, this couple bought the cabin for $25, numbered the logs, took it apart, and then moved it to, a relatively short distance away. I don't know, without checking, I haven't checked the miles, but for the sake of this video, let's say not that far away. So now a new family lived here. This is approximately 1911 to 1920. During this time, as many as 7 people lived in this cabin. 4 children slept upstairs. So there is an attic, but we're not allowed upstairs because, well, I'll show you, but the steps are probably too fragile for that. So 4 children still slept upstairs, parents in the bedroom, and the grandfather in a day bed in the corner, which is why I showed you this bed in the corner. Okay. The 1920 census lists Ernest and Elizabeth and 4 children living in the cabin. The 4 kids are ages 18, 16, 14, and 8. Elizabeth's father, age 77, also lived in the family, with the family. In 1949, in 1949, the father, Ernest Sr., died, and Elizabeth lived in the cabin for another 2 years. So now we're talking fairly recent history here. 1949, I mean, you know, that's the year my mom was born. 1951 to 1972. No, we're for the sake of this video, I mean, really, that's pretty recent history. Elizabeth moved in with a daughter and son-in-law. Her relatives dropped her off at the cabin every morning so she could live in her home during the day. She died in 1972. The cabin had no running water, indoor plumbing, or electricity while it was used as a home. 1975, the cabin was donated to this this organization, the Historical Society, and moved to a different location here in town. In 1979, the cabin was dismantled, yet once again, moved and reassembled, and became the first building on the grounds of where it is now. And it says, for present day, they have furnished the cabin so that it interprets it during the years of 1912 to 1925. The furnishings reflect those that may have been present during that time period. Let's see. And then, on the back side talks about the children that lived here. Not the first set of kids, but the second set of kids. The 18, 16, 14, and 8-year-old. And it gives their birth dates and when they died. The last one to die was Elizabeth, the 14-year-old, and she died at age 94 in 2000, which I don't know. For me, that's just crazy. For me, I guess it's just thinking about, you're thinking of Little Austin Prairie and Laura Ingalls and so on, and I realize this is old, newer than that, but still, okay. For schooling, they attended a schoolhouse. They walked to school every day. If it snowed, they rode in a horse-drawn sleigh. School started at 8 a.m., finished at 3:30 p.m. They learned to read, write, and do math. Teacher often chose students to write their homework on the blackboard, and I think we're pretty familiar with that. With hearing about the pioneers and like I said, like Laura Ingalls and so on. Chores. The kids were expected to fill the wood box with wood, pick the corn cobs from around the yard to burn in the stove, fed the animals, cows, pigs, turkeys, chickens, geese, and ducks. After chores, they usually ate a dinner of meat, potatoes, and gravy. Sounds good to me. Homework. Children completed homework at the table, worked on own homework, and only asked for help if they really needed it. The teacher would want to know how they arrived at each answer. Also makes sense. Play. They could only play after all the chores and their homework was done, like to play baseball, tag, and ring around the rosy. They could not fish in the lake because they did not know how to swim. They fished in the creek that ran close to their house and caught bullheads. Clothing. All clothes were made by their mother on a foot pedal sewing machine. Had a uniform to wear to school. Girls wore a blue dress with white stockings. Boys wore denim pants and button shirts. Shoes were store-bought and were used until they wore out. Pets. They did have dogs and cats, but they were on the farm to help watch the other animals and catch mice. Town. The family went to town on Saturday nights and shopped for necessities. So, simple life, but looks like full and yeah. So, I will show you the other room. So we're gonna move a little bit. Look at that stove. Can you imagine? Can you imagine cooking on that? You have to keep a fire in there. Just, I've had gas stoves my whole life, and, you get, you take an even heat for granted. And, yeah, there's your wood box. Okay, let's go in the other room. There's your rifle. So here's the other room. Those are the steps. They've got the sewing machine in front to keep people from going up in there. And that's as far as you can see. I'm sure it's just an open room. So, but this would be the parents' bedroom. There's a door and their bed. What I find kind of interesting is that. Apparently, you don't want to go out to the outhouse in the middle of the night, so you do it there. I'm assuming there's a chamber pot on the inside that you empty the next morning. I don't know. There are some things of yesteryear that I'm glad we don't do now. Yeah, I see a mirror. There's a door. Can you see that? Yep, right there. There's a door right there. Window. And it's really hot in here. You know, I find it interesting. I saw one in the other room too. They said there was no electricity, but I'm going to point this thing upward and show you that. So, I find that interesting. Okay, and that's it to this cabin. I mean, you know, you had to heat the whole thing in the winter, so you don't want it too big. But can you imagine 7 people? This is what blows my mind. 7 people lived in here. 4 older kids, 3 adults. Not much room to move around. I'm sure when it was nice out, you were outside. But yeah. No clutter. Your basic belongings. Yep. Okay. Now on to the next location. Okay, so this is where I filmed the jail part of that video. And this was an actual jail cell taken from a town relatively nearby, not nearby, but, and it was put here. The door was removed for obvious security reasons. Let's get a little closer. But can you imagine? Yeah. Oh, there is. Oh, okay. I did not see that before. There is 2 beds in there. Do you see that? Here, get you closer. See that? There's 2 beds in there. You could fit 2 people in there. Pretty close. Yep, you're out doing shenanigans, maybe some public drunkenness, maybe some naughty stuff, who knows, and you're thrown in the slammer, literally, and you're in here for who knows how long, a night, a weekend. Yeah, not a pleasant place, I'm sure. Okay, so when I was filming that video, I noticed, we're moving on to the next location, this ramp, and I was like, what is that? Or like, where is that going to? But I didn't have time because I was busy filming that video. So we're gonna go up the ramp and show you. So what do you think? When I was scouting this out, I was like, okay, is this a schoolhouse? Is it a church? A little church? What could this be? I had no idea. So what do you think? What's your guesses? Okay, looks like a church, but there's only 3 pews. And the front looks like a teacher's table. Okay, so maybe it's a school. But neither of these things match. Makes sense. So, I'm gonna go by the wood stove. Needed to keep things warm in here. I'm gonna sit down. In the front pew. Okay, there's your answer. Built in 1908. It's a township hall. And there's the county there's the county that the hall was located in. And I think that map right there, I think is showing, yeah. Not exactly sure what it's showing, but. And so, it's not a school, it's not a church, township hall, where they held meetings, maybe debates. They talked about issues, I don't know. Our imaginations. And I'm going to show you behind me. There's voting booths, one there and one there. So yeah, pretty cool, I think. Yeah. Okay. On to now we're gonna go inside. So I'm allowed, they allowed me to show you 2 things, or up to, like just a few things, and I picked out 2 things that I want to show you. Okay, so we're inside. I'm talking rather quietly, but first thing I want to show you is Vice President under Lyndon B. Johnson was Hubert H. Humphrey, and was from this area. And this was his car. So that's a suit. All sides. And a picture of him. Some memorabilia. His snowmobile. And I think the car's pretty cool. It's really cool. So yeah, he lived in this area for much of his life. Yeah. So, and I think I'm reading this. It says he ran for president 3 times, and obviously lost all 3. But, so, yeah, so there's that. And then, the next thing, actually the last thing I want to show you is, okay, so there's this guy, the last name is Nelson, and he built a one-man band. This is the truck. They found this not that long ago. This is the truck that he used to carry the thing in wherever he went. And he's the only one who knew how, he built it himself. He's the only one who knew how to play it. When he died, that was it. So, so there's the, oh, you can see me, hi. So, lower this down a little bit, there we go. Taking the tickets to see him play it. There's a picture of him playing it. Some of his journals. This is what consisted of his machine. I read somewhere that the tubing involved was just massive, connecting everything to everything. Okay, now I'm going to show you. So behind me is the instrument itself. So I'm going to show you it, and while I show you, I'm going to play a snippet. They actually have recording of what it sounded like. I'm going to show you a snippet of what it sounded like. But if you want to see pictures, more pictures of him and of his travels around, and you want to listen to the entire song, and please, I recommend you doing so, because I told the people in charge here that I would do so, and so I'm keeping my word. But because, you know, I'm an honest person. So I'm going to play a little snippet of it while I show you, just to whet your appetite a little, and then there's like, it's like a 2 to 3 minute long, it's very short video, where you can listen to the rest of it. So. Show you this again. Now that you've seen it, that's him playing it. Unbelievable. Now that you've heard a piece of it, a little bit of it, And after this video, hopefully you'll go to the link and listen to the whole thing. So that's it for the field trip. I'm glad that you, I'm thankful for your patience, and yeah, I hope you had I hope it was fun for you as it was for me showing you. So see you in the comments. Bye.